Good afternoon. We're looking at some conditions today that are going to be on the, well, cool side compared to average. A little bit breezier too. We're seeing those flags moving in Grand Forks, a little bit more in that northwesterly wind. And you see those puffy clouds popping up with the daytime heating today in Grand Forks. There's also a little haze too. If you look at the bottom here on the horizon of your sky view, you can see there's just a little haze going on. And there is still some wildfire smoke in the air, especially as we're looking to the north. Again, I want to point out these kind of darker grays, kind of wispy looking areas that look like clouds. That's some of that wildfire smoke's trying to push in into the valley here. And for folks north of the border, they are reporting air quality that's a little bit lower in that area. So something to keep in mind that this may drift in for some of us too here in the valley. We're also seeing, of course, those clouds popping up with some heating. And I mentioned that chance for a spotty shower or two. We're seeing that into the Canadian side of the border here, but also drifting more into the international waters there, and also looking at the Baudette area, or International Falls rather area, but also the Baudette area. We're also seeing a couple of spotty sprinkles, and that may continue as the afternoon progresses. So that's an area to watch for. Here's a look at our temperatures. We're in the 60s and 70s this afternoon. It's 69 in Fargo. The 72-degree reading, one of our warmer ones in Grand Forks and in Crookston at that number as well. So starting to see those temperatures turn around after we dipped into the 40s for some of us again this morning. And here's a look at that wind. It's brisk. We're seeing wind speeds out of the northwest on average, and some gusts are getting into the 20s in spots. We've got a 22-mile-per-hour gust in Fargo right now, so that makes it even feel a little cooler, especially if you have some clouds passing overhead and you don't have the warmth from the sunshine. You might be grabbing that extra layer, a light jacket or a sweater. And looking into the afternoon, we'll see more of these clouds kind of hanging around. A few of these spotty showers, more likely into that northwestern corner of Minnesota. And afternoon highs, upper 60s to some mid 70s with that breeze continuing. Once we get past the afternoon, the wind will start to come down, and we're looking at quieting weather into your evening hours for your Monday night. By 10 o'clock, we're into the 60s, and then some changes happening here. We're going to see that wind shift to a southerly direction. Not very strong tomorrow morning, but still the overall flow coming from the south. A few clouds too, helping to prevent us from dropping into the 40s tomorrow morning, not like we did last night. There might be a couple of pockets. You see Bemidji very close there in the morning hours tomorrow. But in general, a little bit warmer to start off the day for your Tuesday. And with that air moving in out of the south, a little more moisture with it, that's going to help to feed the potential for a thunderstorm or two. So let's look at Tuesday's planner. You see these isolated to scattered storms making their way through the region. This is 4 p.m. continuing into the nighttime hours. Some maybe up north in the northern part of the valley late tomorrow night. So there's a possibility we could see some of these storms produce some severe weather, and we do have a marginal risk, level 1, for an isolated storm or two stretching from around Devil's Lake down through the James River Valley for tomorrow. So that's our next shot of rain. Another round of it continues into Wednesday. And then the weekend's looking pretty good right now, especially if you like to go out to the lake and you like the hot weather for it, back into some 80s to near 90. And we may see 90 on Monday. So about a week from now, that summer sizzle is back.
All right, well, that looks pretty good. You know, like you said, the weekend should be a-okay.
Yeah.
But hopefully those storms won't make out how we had last week, because that hail was ridiculous.
No, we don't want anything like that. There is the potential for some hail, so you're going to have to watch out for that. And if you're going to be away from home, check that VNL weather app for the latest.
All right.